I'm going to have to do something you four fellows don't have to do. Thank you, Bill. And a special thank you to Kelly Massey. You've just been tremendous on what you've allowed our families to do as far as enjoying this weekend. Dave and John, special congratulations, two outstanding individuals in your profession, but quality people to the highest. To you four fellas here, Brett, Stevie, Luke, Brian, you guys took a lot of my hair away over the years. I had the pleasure of being with Brian and Brent through the World Cup and the Olympics, and never met two finer individuals. And Luke, I've had the pleasure over the last couple of years being in meetings with you and sharing some time with you the last couple of days. Whatever I thought about you earlier, which was the highest level, I can't say how high you are right now. Just tremendous. And Stevie, what you've accomplished and the quality individual, I've had the pleasure of working with you now, going through different things with the managers' meetings and talking to you about different players. You're just a consummate professional. For me to go into this and have this day with you four is an honor, and I thank you. Each and every one of you out there, I've been very fortunate. I've been in two organizations, one for 20 years at Providence College, and now one for a little better than 20 years in New Jersey. Throughout that time, I've been blessed with tremendous leaders, owners, coaches, players, doctors, staff people, fans. I've been blessed. In saying that, I would be remiss if I didn't mention a few people who have really helped me along the way. During my days at Providence College, I was fortunate to work with two exceptional presidents. One, Father Fabian Cunningham, Father Tom Peterson. Father John Peterson is here today, Father Tom's brother. Two outstanding coaches, one in hockey, Mr. Tom Eccleston, and my baseball coach, Mr. Alex Naheja. I never knew how good they were and how far ahead of their time they were. I went into Providence as a 16-year-old boy, and these four men who are no longer with us molded my career, and I left as a 20-year-old man. I thank them. During Providence College days, I was blessed with many great administrators and great coaches. Two of them are here today. The first, a young fellow who was there, just a graduate student, who today is the commissioner of the Big East Conference, John Marinato. The second, who I saw him highlighted up here, coach of Louisville today, took Providence College to the Final Four, who's out in the audience today, Rick Pitino. I thank you two for what you gave while I was there. And now, when I came to New Jersey, I was blessed by an owner named John McMullen. I met him in '86. I became a devil, no pun intended, in '87. And he allowed me to do the things that are necessary to have success. He stuck with me during the highs and during the lows, which are the most important times. He allowed me to have the resources and the support to have the success that we've had over the years. I know you were looking down, Dr. McMullen, and I thank you. His son, Peter, is here today. Coaches, before the coaches, I'm blessed today with new ownership. Our owner, Jeff Vanderbeek, not only an owner but a friend, and his two partners, Mike Gilfillan and Peter Simon. I thank you for allowing us to continue in New Jersey what we've had over the last 2 decades. Thank you. The players and coaches. Coaches, who could be more fortunate than our 3 Stanley Cup coaches? First, Jacques Lemaire, Larry Robinson, and Pat Burns. And Pat, I know you're watching. Each and every one of us here have our prayers with you. If there's anyone can beat it, you can. I thank each and every one of you. And then the players. I'll mention the 5 who shared 3 Stanley Cups. Scott Stevens, Marty Brodeur, Scott Niedermeyer, Ken Danico, Sergei Bralin. They exemplified and still do what we feel the Devils represent. And also, I understand a few of our players snuck out, and I'm told that are here this evening, and I'm going to mention you just so you know that I know you're here. I know. And I am hoping that you spent a little of your money and chartered a flight so you can make curfew. And in saying that, I know that Marty is here, our captain, Jamie Langenbrunner, one of our assistants, Zach Parisi, Colin White, and Jay Pantolfo. These fellows have all experienced winning, and I thank you for coming. Doctors, the unsung heroes. I look out and I see one in front of me that I wake up at every hour of the day who leads our medical. He's been with us for over 20 years. Dr. Barry Fisher. I see Dr. Hugh Gotti next to him, and our other 2 doctors back home, Dr. Jaffe and Dr. Joe Nisnik. I thank you. Without you, you're the unsung heroes, along with all our trainers. In saying all of that, when I thought about what this night would be like, I knew it would be one reflection on all the people that I've been associated with. And then I just see it straight ahead here. I see a row of our staff members. I can go down in sort of seniority the best way I can. I see Peter McMullen, Terry Farmer, Chris Madrinsky, Mike Levine, Mary Morrison, Marie Carnival, our hockey secretary who was there prior to me. And without her, as we all know who are in my role, we couldn't survive. And I see our rookie secretary, Christine. How you managed to get out of the office, I don't know, Christine. In saying all that, I'd like to thank you once again. Now I'm going to tell you how really lucky I am. My parents, Rose and Nick, who we lost 3 and 4 years ago, respectively, they came to this country and never made it beyond grade school, and gave my brother Nick and my sister Arlene, who were here, values that never expect anything, work at what you have control of, thank God every day for what you receive, and just make the most of it. I know, like you've been with us each and every day throughout our lives, helping us along the way, you never missed anything, and I'm sure you're not missing tonight, both of you looking down. I thank you. And lastly, and most importantly, my 3 children. How do I begin to tell you how important you are? Chris, Heidi, Tim, and my daughter-in-law, Vicki, who's really not a daughter-in-law. She's the sister that Heidi, you haven't had. And Vicki and Chris, what you've given me, and 2 granddaughters, Mary and Anna. And Mary had a little accident a couple of days ago. She fell off a jungle gym set, landed on her wrist, broke both of them. And she's the little girl in the 3rd row who has cast on both arms that are purple and has never said a peep. So don't disappoint me, Mary. And then my daughter Heidi, who's just given birth 9 months ago to a little girl, Gabrielle. What more could somebody in hockey ask for? 3 granddaughters, a perfect hat trick. To Gary Bettman, Bill Daly, Coley Campbell, you have an extremely difficult job in this day and age. I thank you for what you do. I don't know of anyone who can do it better. And with the support of all our owners, like Mike Illich, we can't lose. I want to go back to you, Brett, and Steve, and Luke, and Brian. Thank you for what you've given to this game on the ice, but is important to what you've done off. Everyone in the audience, these 4 gentlemen, there are no 4 better hockey players out there, but I'll tell you what, they're better people. And Mr. Bettman, you were right. I'd love to start off with that line. And Brian at defense. And can you imagine them adding them to Scott Stevens and Scott Niedermeyer and Kenny Danico and Marty? And they asked me the other day, who do you want in net if it's the most important game? And I asked anybody in the audience to answer for me. It was Marty. Thank you, each and every one of you. And thank you to the committee for giving me this consideration. Bill, Jimmy Gregory, good night.